our current economy, this huge fear. This is the world that we live in today. Now we have a whole generation all standing around waiting on Washington to fix this, but everybody's frozen and fearful because they're watching the news and they're believing they see there. Most things that are fear-based decision-making cause you to make the wrong decision.
I keep on thinking, what would Dave Ramsey say?
We're focusing on doing what we can do instead of wasting our energy on worrying.
My wife and I, we sit down and every dollar's planned out.
I am a self-employed single mom, and I am not participating in the recession.
People are making a decision to be in control. No fireworks, just people being a...
Put 15% of my income away, and I'm starting to save for my daughters to go to college.
We're just lean.
People are spending money. They're still buying groceries. They're still paying their bills.
The very fear perpetuates the bad economy, which makes the bad more.
I'm an American. I refuse to participate in fear.
We need to modify our behavior.
America needs hope.
The recession's not got you down. You're not whining announced Armageddon to your family.
We've found out where the money could be cut from the budget.
We have no shame, and we quit coupons.
Eating out went from $2.30 a month to $30.
We are beating the recession.
God is still on his throne. He is still crazy about you, and you're going to be okay.
Thanks so much for bringing this.
I'm an American.
I am an American,
and I refuse to participate
in fear.
I'm not participating in this recession.
We are not participating in the recession.
I definitely am not going to.
Love people like that. They're all in this place.
If you sit around talking about how bad things are and not out doing something about it, then things are eventually going to get...
Taking control of your life, not sitting around waiting on you out. You're winning. I am Dave Ramsey, your host, and we invite you to join us.
Hey, Republic County. I'm Josh Knaubb, pastor of Landmark Church in Belleville, and I'm extremely excited to be able to be a part of bringing Dave Ramsey's Town Hall for Hope to our area. The Blair Theater is co-sponsoring the Town Hall for Hope with us. It's Thursday night, Thursday, April 23rd at 7 p.m., but the doors open at 6:30. Make sure you come early so you can be guaranteed to get a seat. The Town Hall for Hope is a free event. No one's selling anything. We're not even taking an offering. We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to come and hear this message of hope for troubled economic times. Now, I haven't lived that long, but this is absolutely the weirdest economic time I have ever seen. Last year, the ag economy looked extremely strong. This year, no one knows what to think. It can be unsettling just to look at the newspaper or listen to the grain prices on KR92. Now, I don't know about you, but it's easy for me to lose perspective in times like this. It's times like this that I especially need some hope. And that's why I'm so excited about Town Hall for Hope. Now, some of you are already familiar with Dave Ramsey, but for those of you who aren't, Dave is a nationally known expert on personal finance. Dave has a 3-hour radio show that he does every day, and every night he's got a television program on Fox Business News. Dave is known for a common sense approach to personal finance. Personally, I feel like I can't do much about the whole national situation, but day to day the local economy impacts me. And I believe that Town Hall for Hope is going to give all of us some action points, some things that we can do both in our personal finances and locally to improve our situation in this totally unsettled time. And I don't expect you to take my word for it. As part of putting this thing together, I sat down with 2 local experts. I'll let these 2 introduce themselves.
I'm Sarah Hartung with Republic County Economic Development Corporation.
Sarah is the coordinator for the Republic County Economic Development Corporation, so she's focused like a laser on what's going on right here in Republic County.
I'm Brian Rickard. I work for the Kansas Home Health Department out of Topeka. My wife Amy and I coordinate a financial peace university class at the high school here in Scandia.
Brian lives in Scandia, but his work takes him to every corner of Kansas. He's also got a great perspective on how regular folks are feeling right here in Republic County. Now, I asked Sarah and Brian both how the current economic situation is affecting us here in Republic County. both in terms of dollars and cents, and also in more psychological ways.
You know, we didn't create this mess, you know. Most general people, you know, we weren't lending those bad loans. Our banks weren't participating in those unsound lending practices. We're not on Wall Street making those decisions. You know, a lot of trust is out there, and that trust has been betrayed.
You know, it hasn't, really the true impact hasn't hit here like it has in, you know, Michigan, where they keep laying off thousands of people, but it is still impacting, you know, it's always on everybody's mind. That's what everybody talks about.
Yet, you know, that frontal threat is still nearby. Some businesses, you know, have had to scale back to normal capacity. You know, we did see that large boost in the agriculture industry last year, and therefore there was an increase in our area trade. Now business is back to average or below average, so workforce and sales numbers have had to accommodate for those losses as well. And I'd say we're just back to average numbers right now overall in our economy here in Republic County.
You have a year like last year where it was bumper crops and everything was good, and now you're going into another year it just looks so bleak. That's really impacting what I do and what a lot of people do. I just saw an email that I mean, it's the state level budget is in such dire straits that nobody can do anything. They're laying off folks from the extension office. You know, they're laying off. We have just our department. We have a no travel order in place, so we can't do anything, which doesn't allow us to serve the producers.
Now, as you can see, these two are not starry-eyed optimists, not by any means. They deal in the real world, but both Sarah and Brian are excited about Town Hall for Hope. In fact, both of them had printed out stacks of event flyers to pass out to people at the time I interviewed them. And a big part of their excitement is due to the fact that they've both experienced the hope that comes from making a change in their personal finances. Both Brian and his wife, and Sarah and her husband, are on the road to normal. Actually, maybe normal isn't quite the right word.
You described normal. Well, what is normal? You know, currently normal is lots of debt. You're living month to month.
The way that the economy has changed here in the past 18 months, it's really putting more of an emphasis on what Dave does.
Dave Ramsey is known for straight talk, and you know, he says what's right, not necessarily what's popular. So I think, and he does it with a way of exciting you about what to do and how to do it. It's really motivating. And most of all, his faith-based message is one of the best ones out there, and he really brings that into the picture and gives you something good to stand on.
To manage your money in God's perspective. But it's really a common sense-based approach to manage your money. It's not just how to balance a checkbook and how to invest, but it's really how to manage your money and earmark every single dollar that you bring in a given month to an outflow.
You've probably heard the saying that desperate times call for desperate measures. And that's true as far as it goes, but if desperation leads to fear, that's a problem, because fear-based decisions are almost always the wrong decisions.
Common sense. If it sounds too good to be true, more than likely it is.
True character of our country will come out when we really get to the bottom of this. And
now, once again, I want to invite everyone to the Town Hall for Hope event. It's co-sponsored by the Blair Theater and by Landmark Church. It's free for everyone to attend, and it's a time to get some perspective on these admittedly strange economic times. We're going to hear a message that's based in reality, but that points the way forward to hope. If you're feeling like life is out of control, that the economy is out of control, that your finances are out of control, and seriously, who feels completely in control at this time? I want to invite you to come out to Town Hall for Hope. Again, it's Thursday, April 23rd. The doors to the Blair Theater open at 6:30. The event starts right on the dot at 7. Make sure to get there early, Thursday, April 23rd, to make sure that you have a seat.
It's time for someone to stand up and talk about hope the way it really is. We're trying to just reach out and say, I'm not going to participate in the doom and gloom. We want to hear from some of you that are not participating in the recession.
I'm not going to let the recession change my attitude.
We have to kind of get beyond the fear, and we just have to start living our lives.
I think the people's attitude are going to make a difference.
They have hope, and hope doesn't come from Washington. Instead, they're going to go on with their life. They're going to have a life, and they're going to win.
I'm an American, and I refuse to participate in this recession.
In a special time that we're in America, we are going to do a town hall for hope.
There is hope.
I'm going to make it one way or another.
There's people out there hurting right now, and we got the answer.